Today, the moon continues in expressive Leo. So we've got the Leo moon all day. Great time for creativity, speaking up, speaking out, finding the place to share your truth. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro vibe for Saturday, March 28th. And we could be feeling in general a little bit more energy, a little bit more movement, things starting to sort of find their place. But we do still have Mars and Mercury in Pisces until April 9th when Mars goes into Aries. And then we will truly have a shift in energy. We already have a lot of that Aries go energy, that feeling of energy and needing to put it somewhere, that need for action. But with Mars in Pisces, that action is coming from a place that is a little bit more intangible. So our action, our movement, the movement of energy, the way that we need to put energy into motion and into action, that is coming from a place that is a little bit more intangible, a little bit more abstract, the connection to our hearts, a sense of meaning, a bigger picture of spirituality and guidance and wisdom, some of that like big picture, what is my purpose kind of stuff. And we are still in the process of releasing. So even though we have now Saturn and Neptune in Aries, which is big, that's a big deal. And their conjunction on February 20th brings together that new beginning, that seed time, the seed planting of a new direction, a new sense of purpose, a new clarity of where we're going. But because the ruler of Aries, which is Mars, so these two planets in action-oriented Aries, outer planets, so big picture stuff, they are answering to the planet Mars, which is currently in Pisces. And so even though Saturn and Neptune both left Pisces, their ruler is still in Pisces. So we still have that work to do of connecting with our dream, our vision, our purpose, our spiritual truth. And as we continue to do that work, see, now that Mercury is direct, we could be starting to have a little bit more clarity and feel things sort of finding their place. But this process is still just beginning. This Mercury, it's been direct for a week now. So Mercury is beginning to move a little bit faster. And things are starting to come into place, into clarity, into focus a little bit more than they were. But there's more still to come in that regard. So in other words, we're still a little bit in that fog of confusion. And the fog of confusion is reminding us to let go of old ways of being, old ways of knowing ourselves, of knowing who we are, old ways of orienting ourselves. So the systems and structures that we've used in the past, the behaviors and patterns we've used in the past, the beliefs and the thinking we've used in the past. We are in the process of letting all of that wash away. And in that process, we get to decide, what do we want to keep? What do we want to reinvent? What did we like from the past that we want to keep? And what do we not need where we're going? So leaving behind, letting go, releasing, surrendering, and having the feelings that go with that. The need to allow that washing to happen and the grief that in some cases may be connected with that. That's all very, very powerful ways to work with this energy, is to be present with what we don't know, to be present with the process of allowing things to be released, with allowing what has given us comfort, what has helped us orient in the past, to be let go, which is hard, right? We liked what we had because we knew how it worked, not because it was really the best thing, but because we knew how it worked. So whatever is showing up for you in your life, we've got a couple more weeks here until April 9th, a little bit less than 2 weeks, when Mars goes into Aries, where we're still really doing this releasing work. But even now that we have Mercury direct, Saturn and Neptune in Aries, so we're starting to get the beginning, the very beginning peek at what that clarity might look like, might feel like. So trust your own process and your own needs. And if you are feeling some of this confusion, some of this need to let go, some of this, like, I can't, the things that used to work for me don't work anymore, hold yourself in kindness and be patient with yourself in this process, because it's really important and really powerful, and it may be confusing and you may not know what's happening or where it's all going to end up, but you have to trust that this is exactly what needs to happen right now, and that you are. So what you can do to help this movement happen is you can be touching in with your deeper true self, with your heart, with that bigger picture of your spiritual needs, your purpose, right? These bigger picture themes of what matters to you, what's important, what you care about, what you want, because knowing in that bigger picture what's important will help keep you pointed in the right direction, even when the more everyday stuff gets washed away or dissolved or lost in the confusion. So we are heading towards some more Aries energy by mid-April, as I've said. Things are going to be a lot more clear, a lot more moving ahead. And so we want to be doing this work of letting go of what doesn't work anymore, so that we're ready when it's time to move, because we want to be listening to that higher purpose, that bigger picture of what is true and what we really want, what our souls really want to see. And then once we get to mid-April, we start creating it. So stay with me. Thank you for being here. I'm Marina Orms. I'm an evolutionary astrologer, and you can learn more about evolutionary astrology at transformationalastrology.com. And you can learn about your lunar nodes. You can purchase a class to teach you more about your own lunar nodes. I'm still working on the full series, but I have the Aries, Taurus, and Gemini South Node classes ready for sale. Gemini's on sale right now, but you can watch those free videos just to learn more about how to support your soul's needs and your evolutionary medicine, what holds you back, what's going to help you move forward. Powerful stuff. Transformationalastrology.com, where you can learn more. Thanks for being here. I am here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. So thanks for hitting the subscribe button if you would like to hear more. I will see you next time.